I would love to introduce to you Doug Bickert, who is going to come out and talk to you. Also, Michael Kelly is the one who is in charge of our droid today. So express some appreciation for Michael. Okay, Doug.
How you doing? How are y'all doing? All right. We got a good turnout here. You guys have fun? Yeah, have you ever seen so much Star Wars in your life? I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's a huge family. We're so excited to have all of you out here today. My name is Doug Bickert. I'm from Ohio. We had the flight over. And today I have with me a very fun creation, a droid of sorts. So, who wants to see an R2-D2? Yeah, all right. Let's bring him on out. All right. So, this is my good friend R2-D2, and he is what you call an astromech droid. And astromech droids are basically repair droids. They do a lot of things. They're especially good at saving the day, and they can fix your starfighter, get you back into hyperspace, save the galaxy, all in within 20 or 25 minutes. It's unbelievable. So, R2-D2 has a really interesting history. Yeah? And we're going to get some questions. Just so you know, I'm not going to talk this whole time. I'm just going to give you a quick intro, and then we're going to go down, and we're going to get information and questions from you guys. Okay? So, R2-D2 has a rich history as a droid. He has all kinds of friends, and he travels the galaxy getting people out of trouble, which is great. And he's always a hero, because he works really hard. How many of you have a hero? Yeah? Awesome. Well, that's mine, and a lot of different people here I want to do. So, what I want to do is tell you that in the beginning, R2-D2 was, we're talking decades in the Skywalker saga. He's been in all the movies, and we're excited to have him in here today with you. So what I want to do is get down and ask you some questions that you would like answered from R2-D2, and we'll find out if we can answer those for you. So, who has a question about a droid or about R2-D2? Oh, right here. Wait, who else has a question?
About how many different planets has he visited?
About how many different planets? Oh my gosh. Well, it's a big galaxy. I mean, we know Naboo, we know Tatooine, we know Hoth. Pretty sure he was on Alderaan as well. He was on Geonosis. So we're 5. Where do we have any? Who can help me here? There's a lot of them. Oh, you know the answer. Okay. Hold on. So what did I miss?
Endor.
Endor. Oh, he was on Endor. Very good. Is that the only one I missed? Yeah? Oh, do you know? Okay. Where was it?
The swamp bat 2.
Dagobah. That's right. The swamp. Okay. So we got Dagobah. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys know all about R2-D2. This is great.
How to get to outer space?
What was the question?
How do we know how to get to outer space?
How do you know how to get to outer space?
How do you know how to get to outer space? Oh my gosh, okay. So R2-D2 hitches a ride alongside a starfighter or a freighter or some other spaceship to get up in there. He does have rockets on him, you know, if you see in the movie, he can fly around when he wants to, but it won't quite get him all the way up, so he's got to hitch a ride with another creation. Very good, that's a great question. Oh, we have a question from the center here. You're right there, yes.
What's his favorite animal?
What's his favorite animal? Oh, I think his favorite animal is an Ewok. And you know what? He also adapts. So I bet his favorite animal is probably also your favorite animal. Absolutely. Okay, we have another question. Oh, the Mandalorian here has a question. Let's see, what do we got?
When was he first introduced?
When was he first introduced? Oh, he was introduced in the very first Star Wars film back in the late 1970s in A New Hope. He was one of the first things you saw as the explosions are going off. He and his friend C-3PO are walking through the Tantive 4, and you get to meet him up front. Very first thing. Captured my heart immediately, as well as Mike's, I'm sure, because, again, heroes. Love it. Who's got another question? Yes?
How old is him?
Oh. 200. About 200 years old, isn't it? Around that, about 2 centuries. This is great.
In the movies, he connects to like ships. Like, how does that work?
Oh, how does he work? Oh, great. Okay, so R2D2 has a probe that comes out. It's called a CPU arm, and it plugs into a terminal, and that is his input-output from the droid to the computer system, where he can talk to it. Now, who can tell me what he did to save his friends in the first Star Wars with one of those terminals? Who knows how he saved his friends? No? We got back to here. How did he save his friends? The trash compactor, right? Yes, that was it. Good job. All right, so that's an input terminal. He also talks to the Death Star, right? And he actually kind of argues with the Millennium Falcon a lot, right? Because like things are happening, and there's no, you can't, I guess I can, and he overrides it and everything. Those are great. These are great questions. Do we have any questions back there? Who else? Oh, we got one over here. Kylo has a question there. Kylo Ren, behind you. Right there, he had a hand up.
Does R2D2 sleep?
Does R2D2 sleep? Yes, he does. In fact, in some of the movies, he's powered down, right? He slept for a really long time before the Force Awakens movie, right? So, because he was dormant, my R2D2 sleeps when he has to, recharge his batteries. He runs on batteries, and so he's got to charge every once in a while. So yes, that's when he sleeps. Yes?
What's his favorite game?
R2's favorite game is called Hollow Chess. You know what that is? That's on the Falcon, yes, it's on the late Falcon. Hey, here's something for you. Have you guys ever seen a real hollow chess table? Yeah, upstairs in room 207, where the droids are, is a hollow chess table with a hologram on it. Yes, real, I'm not kidding. It's amazing, you should see it. That's R2's favorite game. More questions, these are wonderful. All right, let's get it.
Is his favorite best friend?
What was that?
Who's his favorite best friend?
His favorite best friend? Oh, it's C-3PO. We can't. Oh, you know. R2's best. You know what? I'd say R2 has lots of friends because his memory has been wiped a few times. But I'd say his partner in crime is C-3PO. But his best friends, gosh, you got so many. I mean, you got Grogu now, right? From the Mandalorian. That's a good friend of his. Helped him there. So there you go. Yes. Question.
So, like, what is his relationship with C-3PO? Like, how does it really work?
What is the relationship between C-3PO and R2D2, and how does that work? Think of them as brothers or sisters. They're kind of like they're siblings, is really what they are. Because what do siblings do? Do you argue? Yeah. Do you love each other? Yeah. And if one of them's in trouble, do you come help them? Yeah. And in the end, you're family, so it all works out. That's the relationship between the two of them. They're always saving each other. Yes?
Why is R2D2 white and blue?
Why is he what?
White and blue.
White and blue? Oh, because that was the original color scheme that they decided. And if you go upstairs into room 207, you'll see other R2 units that are different colors. Different colors. All kinds of. We got red ones, green ones, blue ones, white ones, black ones. They're all up there. So, great question. Oh, we have another one?
How fast is he?
How fast is R2D2? Well, he's got jets on his legs, so I guess if he's using the jets, he's going to be pretty quick. I mean, definitely as fast as a car. I would say when he needs to be. Yeah.
How was he created?
How was he created? Well, if we're going to get technical, he was created by the Industrial Automaton Company. That's the name of it, Industrial Automaton. And he was so successful that they made other versions of him in different colors. Because he is a great repair droid. And probably the best thing you can have on you on an intergalactic journey. What's another question?
What does he like to ride spaceships with?
What does he like to ride spaceships with?
What does he like to ride spaceships with? Okay, well, who's typically on the spaceships with him? Han Solo, Chewbacca, C-3PO, Luke Skywalker, and Leia on there? Yeah? And Rey, and Finn. I mean, all these different people, so he likes to ride with his friends. And I'll tell you who he doesn't like to ride with are the buzz droids. They always get in the way. They're taking little pieces off, he's got to fix it all the time. But his friends are who he travels with. Great questions. All right, we got another one in the back.
How did he and C-3PO meet?
How did he and C-3PO meet? Okay, so if you go back to The Phantom Menace, he and C-3PO meet on Tatooine because Anakin, right, created C-3PO in his house. And R2 was there with Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And so that's where they met for the first time. That's it. Great question. That's a good one. I've never got that before. What do we got? Okay.
R2D2 has to change his batteries.
How do we change his batteries? Oh, well, he plugs into a power cord on a spaceship. That's how he powers up. Yep. In The Phantom Menace, he's on a Star Cruiser, and he's got a little cradle, and he backs into it, and the port comes in and starts charging him. That's how it works. Yes?
How does R2D2 work and charge up?
How does he work and charge up? Is that... Well, as I said, he backs into a cradle, and that charges him, and then when he's got all of his energy up, just like when you have cereal in the morning or breakfast, and you're ready to go, that's what he does. He goes out and starts saving the world. Yes?
Him and C-3PO seem to have personalities. How does that work?
Well, you know what? Again, I'll go back to the siblings because my sister has a different personality than me as well, and so it's a friendly, loving, truthful dynamic. You know, if I'm going to get science on it, but that's how it works. They support each other, they help each other, and that's how that relationship works. Yes.
Is Chewbacca his friend?
Is Chewbacca his friend? Absolutely.
Why does he like Ewoks?
Why does he like Ewoks?
Why does he like Ewoks? Because they're cute and fuzzy. And you know, I know that in the beginning, he and Wicket, he got a zap in there on Wicket. But in the end, they were all friends and they helped the rebels overthrow. So that's why.
He charged to cars. Could we charge him with our cars? Could we charge him with cars?
Oh, can you charge him with cars? Oh, not in this galaxy. Yeah, only in Starfighter. Good question. What does he eat? Well, I know he doesn't eat mud, because in The Empire Strikes Back, all the mud came out of his head, so he doesn't like mud. He likes electricity and power from kyber crystal. All right.
How does he fly in space?
How does he go into space? On star cruisers, spaceships. They plug in and he takes off. All right. Oh, Earthinger's got a question.
How does he eat electricity? How does he eat electricity?
Oh, well, he's got big charging capacitors inside him. It plugs into that spaceship. All of it comes in and charges a capacitor, and that's what feeds him for the rest of the day until it charges in again.
Do we have time to keep going with questions?
Yeah, we got.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did he and Chewbacca meet?
How did he and Chewbacca meet?
How did he and Chewbacca meet? Oh, in the A New Hope episode, when they all ended up getting on board the Millennium Falcon.
Why does he eat cereal?
Why does he eat cereal? He eats electric cereal.
About how many different kinds of droids are there?
About how many different kinds of droids are there?
Oh my. So, okay, there are a lot. I know there are there 100 up in the droid room right now? 150. There are 150 different droids up in room 207 on the second floor. I encourage you to go take a look at it. There are a lot of them.
Can he improve the Wi-Fi?
Can he improve the Wi-Fi? If we had a charging port and a computer interface with that CPU arm, absolutely.
Why are there meatballs? Why could R2D2 eat meatballs? R2D2 eat?
Can he eat electric meatballs?
Electric meat bones. I would imagine they're electrified, sure. Okay, so have you noticed that he's moving around here and he's kind of talking to us a little bit? So where R2 talks out of is in the front. So if you actually get a little closer, the droid's upstairs and everything, you listen, you'll hear his speech system is right coming out the front here. And yeah, and let me tell you, don't get too close to him because we want to respect people's space. So he's a person. So, but when you're listening to him, that's all coming out the front. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about how R2D2 fixes things. Okay, so the way R2 fixes things is all the panels and everything here, they open and things come out of them, and then they do the interfaces. They have the zapper, and they have CPU arms and welding arms, and then he has things that come out of his head too. Right? So his panels open on the tops and the sides, and then things will rise out of the head and come out the sides, and that's how he interfaces, because really, what R2D2 kind of is a giant Swiss Army knife. I mean, that's how I would say. He's a space Swiss Army knife. He's got a tool for everything to be able to fix things. And if you go up to the droid room in room 207, you'll see there's a droid up there at the end of the room that has every gadget that is in canon coming out of the droid on display. It is absolutely amazing. It's on a platform all by itself right in the middle. So if you want to see all the tools he's got, that's where you want to go, up to 207. So, we got more questions. Okay, Ray here is standing straight up. Sorry. She really wants to ask that question. We got a Ray here and a Ray here. Oh, that. How does he move? We have a Ray with another question or two right there. Oh no, two Rays back there. How does he move? R2D2 has foot drives inside of him, okay? And they roll forward, and he moves like a RC truck kind of, right? And he's like a tank. So when one foot goes up together, he goes forward. They roll backwards together, he goes backwards. And if one goes like this, and one goes back, he'll turn. So that's how he moves. That's how he does it.
Why does he eat electric cereal?
Why does he have electric dreams? Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, come on. Blade, yeah, okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you for the Blade Runner reference. Yeah. Why? Because he has to get energy just like you do in the morning to make it work. And it all comes out of a port in the wall, which would be really convenient for mom to have a cereal dispenser in the wall. I think it'd be great. So, all right, yes.
What does he eat?
Electricity. Yep, he charges on electricity. All right.
How does he eat?
How does he eat? It plugs into the front, and the electricity goes right in. Yep.
How does he think?
How does he think? Oh, well, R2 is a robot, an astromech robot. So he has a system of computers on the inside that make up his brain. And he is a giant thinking computer. And he talks to other computers. So that's how he thinks.
How does R2 feel about Chopper?
I'm sorry?
How does R2D2 feel about Chopper?
About tacos?
Chopper.
Chopper. Oh. Well, personally, I like tacos, but Chopper, well, the two of them have a fun relationship, don't they? I would say siblings. Again, I mean, Star Wars is all about family. Just look around here with what we have. All these families, and everybody one with the Force and running around. They got their outfits on and everything. I love it. And so that's what he thinks about Chopper. All family. Yeah.
How long is he not C-3PO?
Well, it goes all the way back to the Phantom Menace movie. So think about that. He probably knew C-3PO for about, well, gosh, 40 years. Yeah.
How does he make friends? How does he make friends?
How does he make friends? That's a great question. R2D2 makes friends by talking to them nicely. And how do you make friends? Yeah, people that you run into and you help them and they help you. And then you answer questions and you learn together and you go on adventures together. I mean, that's making friends, right? And so that's what R2D2 does.
How many animals has he met?
How many animals has he met?
Oh my goodness. How many animals has he met? Wow. So, well, he was on Jabba's barge at one point. So there were a whole bunch of aliens and animals on that. Endor was full of animals on there. Figure he probably ran into a wampa at some point in the hall. A lot. I wish I had a number, probably thousands in his travels.
How does his head move?
How does his head move?
Oh, wow, there you go. So R2, his head, okay, it rotates and spins because it has a wheel. His whole thing runs around. That's how it runs. It actually levitates on this platform and spins freely. We'll keep the mystery.
Has R2D2 got electrocuted in one of his dreams?
Did he get lit? I don't think so. I sure hope not. It definitely blew a fuse. Not a good idea. All right.
I know he has got electrocuted in one of the movies.
Then he got zapped, and yeah, he did a couple times. He's been zapped pretty good. You know, completely shorted out, had to reset the system.
Then I forgot. How many Jedis does he know?
How many Jedis does he know?
Well, quite a few. I mean, we're probably, I think he probably, well, he's a robot, so I imagine he knows every last one. because he knows all the Jedi because he's been programmed to know who they are. So he knows everything.
How is he controlled?
How is he controlled? Well, he is controlled by himself. R2 controls himself. He rolls around autonomously. We can ask him questions. And yeah, that's how he's controlled.
How did R2D2 meet Chewbacca?
How did he meet Chewbacca?
He met Chewbacca when he had to get on the Millennium Falcon for the first time. And they ended up in the Death Star.
How can R2D2 talk to people can understand him?
Can he talk to people and have people understand him?
Yes, actually, he does. And they can understand, because you'll notice that when he talks to Anakin and when he talks to Obi-Wan Kenobi, they know what he's saying. You know, it's all internal.
What's he saying right now?
He is saying that he is excited to be here and that he is getting some great questions. He's really enjoyed the questions today. Very interactive group.
R2D2 has no body?
We'll respect his privacy on that one.
Who was he made by?
Who is he made by?
Who is he made by? A company called Industrial Automaton. They're the ones who made it. But this particular R2 lives with Mike. That's right.
How did he get R2D2?
How did we get him? Oh my gosh. Well, a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend. That's how we ended up getting him. And then he moved in with Mike. And they have a great time together. I mean, the parties are great. It's a lot of fun.
How does he see us?
How does he see you? Oh, well, he's got an eye. A big round eye there. See the blue square? And you got the black eye in the center. That's his eye. That's how he sees everything. So he's always watching what's going on. And because his head can spin all the way around, he can see everything. It's kind of like an owl, right? An owl can look behind it, or he can go all the way around. In fact, R2's known. Look, he can spin it like this, and he doesn't have to go backwards. He can just stop. It's amazing. That's how he sees everything. And he's got hollow projectors here, here, and here in the back for projecting things. Yeah, that's a hollow projector. So he can play movies on things. All right.
Why does he have golden wires on his feet?
Excellent. All right. So let's look at the rest of the makeup. The golden wires, they're copper braided wires, and those plug into his batteries. We've talked about how he powers himself. Well, he has battery boxes on the insides of his ankles. Okay. So the battery boxes attach to the feet, and those wires get the energy to his feet so he can move around and power the rest of the droid. That's what they do. Great question.
Who would win in a race? R2D2 or BB-8?
Who would win in a race? I would say, well, it all depends because all the different, I mean, BB-8's very fast. He's a big sphere. I think, honestly, it would be a tie. Because different R2D2s and different BB-8s can do different things. So I would imagine it would be a complete tie, but it'd be a very fast tie between the two.
How does he talk to people?
How does he talk to people? Through that, through his chirps and sounds, and you know, and you think about it, if you really listen to R2D2, you can tell when he's happy, you can tell when he's sad, and you can tell when he's frustrated on the tip. R2, can you show me frustrated? Yeah, that's kind of frustrating. Show me some happy though. Inquisitive. Like, what is that? There you go. Happy chatting. Yeah, excitement. He's got a whole display of emotions, and it's really amazing when you think about it, out of chirps and sounds and beeps that we can actually distinguish how he feels. Amazing.
Why does R2D2 have golden stuff on his bottom feet?
The gold on his bottom feet, again, those are the battery cables that connect to the battery boxes. That's what those are. All right.
How does R2 know what he's saying?
How does he know what he's saying? Oh, what was that again? He says, well, how do you know what you're saying? He knows what he's saying because he thinks it through before he says it, which is something I should do more often. He's much better at it than I am.
Is R2D2 jealous of Chopper's arms?
Is R2D2 jealous of Chopper's arms?
Oh, no, I don't think that he's jealous. I think that both of those droids have arms that do different things. So I think R2D2 probably appreciates what Chopper's arms can do. Just like Chopper probably appreciates what R2's arms can do.
Why is C3PO so mean to R2D2?
Do you think C-3PO is mean to R2D2? Really? I think he gets frustrated. But in the end, yeah, he gets a little frustrated, but in the end, he loves it.
So
You know?
how did he feel about being called an oversized glob of grease?
Oh, well. It's, you know, an oversized, I mean, think of how helpful an oversized glob of grease can be. I mean, really, your car breaks down and you burn out an axle, you're gonna need an oversized. I think it was a hidden compliment, actually, the whole thing. But yeah, but the two of them, I see the dynamic with the C-3PO and the R2D2 relationship, but I really think it does speak to siblings, and it speaks to brothers and sisters, because by the time it's all over, you still love them no matter what, right? So that's the two of the dynamic. All right, yes.
R2D2 have to have a compartment again.
I didn't get that.
I didn't either.
When is he gonna fly again? Is that it? No, probably not gonna fly today.
When do you hit the recharge his batteries? That's what you asked.
Oh, when do we have to recharge them? Oh, R2 has to recharge his batteries every day. Every day, yeah. Just like you have to sleep at night, that's you recharging your batteries. Same thing for R2D2. And when he's got a busy day, he sometimes has to do it twice.
Why does that little circle keep changing colors?
Oh, why does the circle keep changing colors? Well, that is called a process state indicator, or a PSI. And what that does is it actually shows you if he's happy or sad. So when he's scared and upset, it's red. And when he's relaxed, it's calming blue. And then it sweeps back and forth between red and blue as he's processing in the middle what's going on. Great question. We have a question from an adult back here, actually. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Can we see his gadgets come out?
Oh, not here because there's so many people around, so we don't want to get him, hurt. Because when those things come out, they're kind of pointy. Upstairs in room 207 is gadget heaven. You want to go up there and see all the gadgets. We have gadgets for gadgets. It's gadgeting. It's somewhere that Inspector Gadget would love to go. It's gadgets. You gotta see it. All right.
Does Chopper tease R2D2?
Does Chopper tease R2D2?
Oh, I think the two of them tease each other all the time. Just like you tease your sibling. Again, going back to the sibling thing. All right.
know Chopper or BB-8.
Well, I don't have an answer on Chopper, but I can tell you BB-8 wise, not very long. I mean, I think he just kind of ran into BB-8 when he woke up after being asleep forever, and they got the coordinates to Luke Skywalker. At that point, they put him together, and he met BB-8 because he was sleeping the whole time. Good question.
How do the characters know what R2 is saying?
How do they know what he's saying, the other characters?
Oh, well, in Star Wars, in that galaxy, there are all kinds of creatures, and all of them have universal translators, and so they can understand them. So it's all built into the universal translator nature of the Star Wars galaxy. Yeah, you can write that
Why
down.
does R2-D2's hands move in and out?
Why do his gadgets move in and out?
Well, some of them move in and out, up, down, and spin around. Why do they do that? Because they always have to go back into the body to be protected. See, this design is very sturdy. You know, when he's in this, it's kind of like a tank mode, I think. Nothing can get really damaged very well. So when the panels are open and all the gadgets are out, yeah, that's why they got to be able to get back in and close up and protect themselves. That's why. Great question.
Does he know Ahsoka?
Does he know Ahsoka?
Ahsoka. Yes, he does.
R2-D2 been attacked by hordes?
Oh, R2. Has R2 been attacked by porgs?
By porgs? I don't think he was attacked by porgs. I think they really like him, and I mean they were like nesting on him and stuff. And I think in the beginning he was a little annoyed by porgs, but you just can't stay annoyed by porgs. I mean, at some point you want one in your house, and it's just how they are.
Why does R2 have a big red like button on his face?
Why does R2 have a big gray button on his face?
Big gray button? Oh, that's the holo projector. Oh, it's not a button, it's a little camera. You know, and you'll see him move around. And
Make sure not to touch
Yeah,
R2.
we don't want to touch him because, you know,
He's a little touchy.
that's right. Okay.
Does R2 know Yoda?
Does he know that? Yes. Remember, in The Empire Strikes Back, he and Yoda were had a tug of war over a lamp. You know, and who won? Yoda won. All right, so we have a few minutes left. So let me give you a little bit more information about him. Now, R2-D2, obviously we talked about, he's an astromech droid, and he fixes things, and he has all kinds of gadgets that come in and out of him. There are some amazing things to see on the second floor up in room 207. Amazing things. So please go through the droid room and take a look at it. 150 droids in there. They are wonderful. You will see a droid in there that you've probably never seen before. We have original creations, and we have the canon creations, but when it comes down to it, everybody, they're wonderfully friendly droids. There's no droid in there that's gonna get upset with you. I encourage you to go through, take a look, take your parents, get a picture with one, and really see what these builders have created to bring today, because they have done a fantastic, and if you want to see working and moving gadgets, there's a STEM room across from the droid room. It says a STEAM presentation room. My R2-D2, his dome is in there, and his gadgets are out so you can see them all, and I'll even make them work for you. And at 4 o'clock today, I'm going to be doing an all about R2 session, which is going to go a little deeper into how he actually works on the inside. So if you want to see that, at 4 o'clock today, we're going to have that. And I'll be in that room, and we'll show you how some really cool things work. So I encourage you to come on in. All right. So with that, I want to thank all of you for coming out today for this presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike Kelly, for helping R2 get up here. We really appreciate it. And you have all been wonderful. Oh, we have a question? Oh, we have one more question. Hold on here. All right, who had the question?
How many R2-D2s are there?
100, well, lots. Lots of R2-D2s. Yes. Skywalker on Tatooine. Remember when the Jawas had him outside the sandcrawler? So with that, everyone, I really appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for coming out. I hope you're having a wonderful time. Go see these amazing things. And welcome to a galaxy far, far away. Thank you.